What is up, YouTube? Nitro Kid 98 back with another video today, and today we're finally going to be putting a cylinder head on that bottom end on the block today. And what we're going to do before we do any of that, we're going to get over to the shop. We're going to scrub that bottom end down with some purple power. We're going to clean its bottom. You know what I'm saying? Its bottom is going to be clean. You don't want a dirty bottom, man. You want a nice clean bottom, so your paint will adhere to your bottom. But anyway, guys, we're going to get that bottom end cleaned up real nice, and then we're going to spray paint it with some gloss black VHT paint, very high temp paint, make it look real nice and clean, make it look like it doesn't have as many miles on it as it probably does. Here's basically the Dodge, guys. We got everything packed up in here. We got the cylinder head, we got the intake manifold, we got the Venom fuel rail, we got the 650cc injectors, we got the AEM cam gears that came with the cylinder head right here. The only problem with the cylinder head is the fact that I bought it off a buddy of mine used. It does have a couple miles on it. The problem with it is it sat in his shop uncovered up for a while, and having said that, even though it was indoors, it's kind of nasty. It's got some just general dirt and debris in it, things that I'm not very happy with. I really don't want to get them circulated through this engine. So I've done my best with a shop towel, a nice couple clean, real good clean shop towels, lint-free shop towels, basically to wipe it down and get everything that I can out of that cylinder head, so maybe that might not be a problem. But what we're going to do after we paint the bottom end, we're going to put a Fel-Pro, or actually first we're going to put ARP head studs in it, and then we're going to put a Fel-Pro multi-layer steel head gasket. I swear by those things, they're fucking amazing. And then we're going to make that cylinder head to that bottom end, man. We're going to give that bottom end something awesome. But anyways, the valve cover and everything that's going to be in this video is not actually going to be installed today. I'm probably going to sit on there, let y'all see what it looks like, but we're actually be hydro dipping that and getting everything nice and clean and pretty, so it's good to go. So anyways,
to the shop, and this happened. God, it's so sad. Here's the little Harbor Freight trusty battery charger hooked up to the SRT4. Man, I am upset with myself right now. But anyway, what happened pretty much, I went to back everything out of the building so we could have all the room, which is right here, to build the engine instead of in this little back room that I got going on right here. Basically just for daylight purposes and everything like that, and to enjoy the scenery. The SRT4 wouldn't start, and battery's dead as a doornail. But it's okay, I have an Econocraft. I have a good old unreliable Econocraft, which something probably got left on or something, I don't know. But anyway, it's hooked up to the good old battery charger, Harbor Freight battery charger. It'll be okay. Let's get that motor back there, right here, so we can start building it.
Alright guys, so we got the engine in the shop here. We're about to basically take this manifold off. The cylinder head's just resting on there. We're going to basically purple power it up, clean it up, take all these stupid brackets and shit off that don't need to be there before we paint it and everything. Then we're going to tape it up real good. We're going to Now it's time to clean this dirty bottom end.
So we got our bottom end all cleaned up, because once again, you don't want a dirty bottom end. I mean, if you do, you're weird. You know what I'm saying? I like my bottom end to be nice and clean. But anyway, with the nice clean bottom end, we got it taped up, and we're gonna get ready to shoot it with some VHT primer. Flame-proof primer, which it's not really flame-proof. You put this thing on a header, a couple heat cycles, it's gone. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and do that. And they're gonna hit it with the good old Rust-Oleum here. I thought it was VHT that I had it was black, but it's actually Rust-Oleum high temp black enamel. And then we'll finish it off with some VHT clear coat, or yeah, I think it's clear. I don't know what these brands are, guys. I just know that I have this. Alright guys, we got the bottom end all primered, painted, clear coated. She went from being just nasty, nitty, gritty to one of the sexiest bottom ends there are out there. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. Looks really nice. If the inside only look the same way, but a lot of that's just where I've ran WD-40 and it kept it clean. Once again, it is a stock bottom end, and it's going to stay that way because I'm about to seal it up with that cylinder head. So it's not like I'm going to do any tricks and put a forged bottom end. What you see this thing do on the track, if it does anything, doesn't just blow up. It is what you're seeing there. It's those pistons. But for right now, what we're about to do, we're going to take these ARP head studs and we're going to put in those or in the top of the block before we put the head in it. The way you know what you're doing is basically, as you see in the center of that stud right there, there's a place for an Allen key. And on the bottom there's not. That's how you differentiate top from bottom. What you do is you just run that thing in there till it bottoms out. Make sure all of them are nice and level, and then set your head gasket on that. And then you're going to set your cylinder head down over them, put a nice washer, and then put the locking nut, which I'm pretty sure I'm going to have an awful time finding the right size socket for that locking nut. I think that's one of the ones I had trouble with last time. But we'll see. Worst case scenario, we'll at least get the cylinder head on the studs today and then torque it down later.
Till the quiet and the echoes became colder. I never really knew that it was over. Till the quiet and the echoes became colder.
Alright guys, so we took the Porter cable impact, and what we did is we basically clicked them down very gently just to get them pretty much almost bottomed out. They're not quite bottomed out. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a ratchet and go ahead and make sure all of them ran down completely. With the Porter cable impact, I was basically being very easy on it. A couple of the studs wanted to fight, but basically what it was is they was oiled down into the thread holes, and it was just having a little bit of a time getting through the path of least resistance, which was between the threads, which was actually a pretty decent amount of resistance. So I'm just going to snug this up, and then we're going to go grab the head gasket, throw it on. And the mating, if what you've just seen where I ran those down, I actually put the studs in, the mating surface on this block doesn't look very clean, but it is. It's just because it's black. Top of the block actually has a really, really black color all over it, and it's not paint. I taped it off so it's not paint. So anyway, I'm going to go grab the head gasket and get everything set up, and we're going to drop the head gasket on, put the head on, and we're going to torque this bad boy down. Guys, we got the head gasket. Here it is. Anybody that can't see that, I'm not sure if the camera's going to zoom in on that like it needs to. It is a Fel-Pro MLS multi-layer steel Permatorque head gasket, and the part number on that is a, let's see, a 9922 PT. That's the head gasket that I've ran on all my builds, and that's the head gasket I'm probably going to continue to run on all my builds. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the cylinder head, which I've been cleaning up a little bit this morning. We're going to go ahead and drop it on, and then we're going to start torquing everything down. Alright guys, so we got the cylinder head here. What we're going to do is just guide it onto the head studs very gently. There you go, and it is on. I'm going to go ahead and put the washers and the nuts on top, and then basically we're going to go from there, and we're going to torque them down. I'm going to go through the sequence that I use, which is not exactly what the factory uses or what any probably body uses. It's the way that I've been doing it, especially when I go with ARPs, and it works just as well. Either way, I'm still reaching the end result amount of torque that they're asking. Alright guys, we got the old dirty last torque wrench out. Not a Craftsman or a Snap-on guys, but Duralast stuff's alright. I'm pretty happy with it. We're going to torque all of them 20 foot-pounds first. Alright, we're going to go basically from the center out. You don't want to go from the outside in because you're kind of putting all that pressure. You're basically making it where it pushes all the pressure in the center, kind of binds it up. Where it pushes on the inside, it just kind of folds it out. Puts all the pressure going outward, so we ain't got to worry about that. There's that. Now what I'm going to do now, I'm going to turn it around to 50. You can see the damn dial here would help a lot. Let's see, 50, right there. One thing I miss about my Snap-on digital, man, you just put it in and go. This one here, you got to dial it up. It ain't that bad. So we're going to go 50. Fine. Now there's no cam caps on these. Unfortunately, where he said that the cylinder head had been sitting in the shop and was a little dirty, the cam caps are actually corroded on the journal part of it. Pretty much this race right here, whichever one the camera can see better. So we're actually going to take those to the machine shop, have those reconditioned. And there's a Crowler Stage 2 turbo grind cam that's going to go with this setup here. And it's also completely rusted out. So what we're going to have to do is have it reconditioned as well. Not exactly the way I want to go with that. You got to do what you got to do. Now we're going to set it to 80 foot-pounds. Just did it. So hard to see that dial. Number 30. This is our last sequence. Cylinder head is torqued down. This baby is ready to rock. Without camshafts or anything, it doesn't have lifters in it at the moment. We're going to run 2.4 lifters with 2.4 liter rocker arms, pretty much SRT specials. And that's where we're going to go with that. So pretty much, guys, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and be putting the intake and everything on. I don't think I'm going to film that. I'm going to get the fuel setup and everything set up for the intake. Anybody that checks out the Nitro Kid 98 Facebook, there will probably be a, ignore the shop in the background, it's a fucking mess. I don't come down here very often, so. But what we're probably gonna do is I'll put a picture up on the Nitro Kid 98 Facebook page later, kind of giving you a look at what it's gonna look like mostly when it's all buttoned up. But for today, guys, that's it. Please give this video a thumbs up. There's a button either here or here as well that says subscribe. You need to hit that, guys. You really do. I just realized I got overspray all over my camera. It is what it is. Anyways, guys, also if you got a comment, drop it in the comment section below, guys. Thanks for watching. Nitro Kid 98 out.